Greetings, my friends. Stefania Weiss here. I'm a realtor with the Wise Choice Group, where we like to help buyers and sellers make the wise choice. We know that navigating the home buying and selling process can be daunting and overwhelming sometimes, and our goal is to help you and educate you so that you understand what's going on every step of the way. So without further ado, let's get to today's episode, where I want to talk about staging. To stage or not to stage? This is a question that I get quite often from people, is do we need to actually stage our house before we sell it? And now there's not really a clear-cut yes or no on that. It can kind of go a couple different ways, and so I will get to that and explain to you the different types of staging, when it's appropriate to stage, and how staging can help you to get your home sold. So let's talk about a couple things. I personally, again, this is my opinion, I personally feel that you don't always need to stage your home to get it sold. If this is a standard real estate transaction, it's a single family residence, you have, a home that is filled with furniture, that for most cases, you don't need to get your home staged. You need to clean it up a little bit, probably depersonalize, maybe add a few accents here and there, but for the most part, you don't need an entire home staging. The times when I think it's really important to stage a home is especially if the home is vacant. If it is empty, completely empty, it helps to, when a buyer walks into a home, they need to understand what the home is used for. If you have lots of extra spaces, different rooms, different little, corners or smaller rooms, smaller areas, if your house is really divided up, or even if it's a really large space, it helps a buyer to define the space when they can walk in and see how the furniture would be set up, how different things would be arranged in the home. At that point, when it's vacant, sometimes it's nice to just let people kind of think of how they would want to use it. But for a lot of buyers, they need a little bit of direction to go, what could this space be used for? Now, again, is it necessary? No, you can always put your house in the market and just see what happens. I think that's also kind of comes into play, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. So that's one option, is if your house is vacant, you can absolutely get it staged, get it in there so that when a buyer walks in, they understand what each space is being used for. Now, the other option with a vacant home is you can virtually stage things. So what that means is your agent will come in, they'll take pictures like normal, but then you can virtually stage them. So at least the photos that are on the MLS that people are seeing on Zillow, Trulia, those places are going to be set up so that the buyers understand what that space is being used for. Now, virtual staging obviously is much less, is a much lower cost than actually staging your home. And when you stage your home, companies do it different ways. You can pay up front, you're gonna have to sign contracts. They may be able to get paid out of escrow, which is nice. You don't have those upfront costs and fees. But those are kind of the different ways that you could stage it, virtually or through a staging company. Obviously, cost differences are going to be quite drastic between the two. Now, some people ask, well, what does my home need, even if it is fully furnished? And so sometimes what I like to say is, take a moment to depersonalize your house. Maybe stage it, but stage it with just small things. See if you can put some accent pillows so you have pops of color. Maybe you have a lot of neutrals in your house and you want to have some more pops of color in there. Get some accent pillows. You can get, a nice bowl of fruit, one color of fruit, and stick it on, your counter. You can get some flowers. You can take some things off the walls that are maybe more personal and put up some different paintings or artwork. Talk to your friends. Maybe your friends have extra stuff hanging around that you could use. Say, hey, can I borrow this? At least for pictures or for when you have an open house. That definitely helps a lot, just to kind of make it stand out. The more personal your home is, sometimes I feel like a new buyer can't picture themselves living there because they just see you living there. And so those are kind of, small staging things that you could do: accent pillows, pops of color on the counters, flowers, pictures, different pictures up on the wall. Now, the other thing too is, well, do you have a home where maybe the spaces aren't well defined, where a buyer would question, what could this space be used for? In that case, then yes, maybe you want to stage that particular room. If you have, a random room that you don't really do much with, or an area, how could that be used? Give the buyers those ideas to see. Again, how quickly do you want to sell your home, and what is your market like? If you're in an area where homes are going like this, regardless of whether or not they're staged, you might not need to spend that money on staging your home, because your market is hot. Right now, with interest rates as low as they are, the market is really, really hot for most areas. But then it also meant a lot of people put their homes all in the market at once. And so now your area is saturated. You need your home to stand out a little bit. So there's kind of those two different things. If your home is full already, it's just a general single family residence and a condo that already has furniture, just make sure that your house is cleaned up, that it's organized, that it's slightly depersonalized. Maybe add those small staging things. If it's a vacant home and it's empty, sometimes that helps to stage it at least virtually so that buyers can see what those spaces are being used for. So again, there's no clear-cut answer on staging. Make sure you talk with your agent. Find out how the market is doing. If you feel like that's something that you need to do you need to stage your house to get it sold faster? Get their opinion. I truly believe it is always best to work with an agent, and not just because I am one, because there's a lot of different things that go into the real estate world that agent can help you navigate. Even before being an agent, I always used agents for all of my transactions, and we did a lot of transactions prior to becoming agents. So that's kind of my thoughts on staging. Yes, maybe it's going to help you. No, maybe you don't need it, but talk with your agent and come up with a plan of attack of what you want to do to get your home sold. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or your thoughts on staging, drop them in the comments below. Be sure to click subscribe. Let us know, share this with your friends. How do they feel about staging? Are they getting ready to sell a home? If you are getting ready to buy or sell a home in Southern California, please reach out to us. Our email is in the comments below, or you can see it right over here. If you're looking to buy or sell anywhere else in the country, still reach out to us. We want to make sure we get you a referral and get you someone that's going to get you taken care of. Again, thank you so much for taking a few moments to listen to this and allowing us to help you make the wise choice. Bye, guys.